Want to bring in my legal dream team, criminal and civil attorney Kirby Clemens and criminal defense attorney Tanya Miller, both here in Atlanta. Great to see you both.
Great to be here.
Kirby, I'll start with you. Where does this go from here in terms of the investigation? As Mike said, a lot of deception back and forth here. If this turns out to be Elaina, where do you go if no one's telling the truth? Do you try to pit the boyfriend against the mom to kind of uncover exactly what happened?
I think you actually have to do that. You have to pit the two sides against each other if you believe that they are involved. And clearly somebody here must be involved. That's number one. But then number two, you have to try to pin down, when did that body end up in the garage? That is, was it always there? Did it just come in? So there are a lot of questions that still have to be answered so that, because remember, if the two people are involved, they know what happened. And if the police are on the wrong track, they're never going to split apart.
Tanya, sadly, this is a case that we've heard before. When a child goes missing, it's usually someone closest to the child. Not saying the mom is involved here or not. They still have to go on with this investigation. But someone knows something, and they're not saying. And when you look at this baby's face behind me here, baby Elaina, it could be her remains. People in the area are thinking, yes, it is her. We should hear. What do you do in terms of the investigation?
Well, you know, let me just say this about this investigation, and I've been kind of watching this because it's been in the news. I mean, this is not a case where law enforcement has not been actively pursuing who is responsible for this baby's death. You know, oftentimes you hear about brown and Latino babies that go missing, and we just don't see the level of investigative resources put into it, but you have seen it in this case. So let's not just jump on law enforcement and say that they made a mistake by not finding this baby. But again, what they're going to have to do is what they have to do in any case where you have a missing child, is follow the evidence. You're going to have to go back to those parents, those last people who had that baby, review their statements, find the holes, and follow the evidence where it leads you.
And usually it turns out that someone does break if they pit them against each other. And Nancy Grace is all over this story. She'll have every aspect of the case.